Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel, Rebecca, Stu and the Crew. I'm Rebecca and today we're going to be doing a seasonal DIY using some arts and crafts supplies from the Dollar Tree and Hobby Lobby. So what we're going to make is this little wooden pumpkin table floral display. I love how this turned out. It only cost about $10 to make the whole thing and I just absolutely love this. It's really easy. So let's go ahead and go over the supplies you're going to need to recreate this project. So you're going to need at least 4 of these wooden pumpkin stands from Dollar Tree, some Mod Podge. You're also going to need some twine. I chose to put some lights in mine, so I used the copper wire LED lights from Dollar Tree, some stencils, or you can use some paper poster letters from Dollar Tree as your stencil like I did. You're also going to need some of these little wooden stickers also found at Dollar Tree and some flowers of your choice. So that's everything I got from the Dollar Tree, and then I got some of this scrapbooking paper from Hobby Lobby. This is the paper studio. You get 4 sheets for $1. That's the thankful sheet, and then they also have this in the light burlap. So I got a couple sheets of that. You're also going to need some apple barrel paint. I chose to use the Harvest Orange, Caribbean Blue, Truffle Brown, and Waverly Moss Green paint to match the thankful scrapbook paper. Also, you need a razor blade, some scissors, a paintbrush, and a pencil, and then you're going to need some glue. You can either use the E6000 Fix-All adhesive or hot glue. So let's get started. So the first thing I did, taking my thankful scrapbook paper, I'm just going to do one pumpkin in this, and then I'm going to use the rest of it for letters. So I chose to only put the scrapbook paper on the front of the pumpkin, but you can do the front and the back. I just painted the back of mine. So you're going to go ahead and trace this. Make sure you have the front side down if you're just doing the front, because it does matter when you cut it out and put it on the wood there, so make sure that the stem matches up. So now that I have that done, you're going to cut one pumpkin out using the thankful scrapbook paper, and then we're going to go ahead and use the burlap scrapbook paper here to do the other pumpkin. So I did 4 in total. You can actually make this longer if you wanted to. I just did 4. So what I did is I traced the pumpkin, and then I just stacked the scrapbook paper here, and I cut all 3 out at once. It was just easier to do it that way, and then I knew that they were all about the same size and pretty accurate to fit there. So we're going to go ahead and cut that out, and then we're going to go and move on to the next step here. So now we're going, after we cut out the 3 pumpkins using the light burlap scrapbook paper, we're going to start attaching this with the Mod Podge. So the first thing I did was just squirt a little bit of Mod Podge on the back of the scrapbook paper. I made sure I really got the edges really well, and then I put the pumpkin right onto the front, the scrapbook paper right onto the front of the pumpkin. Now I did, on the other ones that I did, I put a little bit of Mod Podge right on the wood, and then I put a little bit on the back of the paper. Either way it worked. I didn't really notice much of a difference. And then what I did after that is I made sure that I put another layer of Mod Podge right over the top of the scrapbook paper to seal that up and seal the edges really well, and then let that dry after I cut out the little shapes here with the razor blade. So you want to go ahead and just follow along the little lines in the grooves that are cut out in the front of the pumpkin on all of those. And now we're going to trace the letters for the word fall. So I just did 4 pumpkins, so I just wanted to write the word fall. You can make it longer, write the word autumn, it doesn't really matter. So as you can see, I'm doing the opposite color scrapbook paper for each pumpkin. So if it was light burlap, I used the thankful scrapbook paper. If it was the thankful pumpkin, I used the burlap scrapbook paper for the letter, and you'll see that here at the end. So just go ahead and put the Mod Podge on, and then you're going to go ahead and put your letters right on the center of the pumpkin, and then seal the top of that letter with the Mod Podge again. So this has been sealed twice. You've got the Mod Podge over the original scrapbook paper, and then you put the letter on there, and then put the Mod Podge over the letter to seal that up, and that helps to keep it all down and flat, and it gives a little bit of a shine to that as well. So I go ahead and put all of my letters on all 4 pumpkins, and I should have probably painted these first, but I really wasn't thinking about it at the time, so I did paint them after. It really didn't matter. It wasn't harder to paint them after. So anyways, now you're going to go ahead and paint your little wooden leaf stickers from the Dollar Tree. I chose to use 4 different colors that coordinated with the Thankful scrapbook paper, and then I painted each one of the pumpkins one of those colors as well. So they're 4 different colors. I painted the sides, the inside of the whole thing, and then I also painted the back and then the bottom of the stand, as you can see here. So then I went ahead and attached a little twine bow to the front of each one of the pumpkins there at the top. Those are pretty simple to make. You just wrap them around your fingers a few times and then tie a little bit of twine around the center, and then I coordinated the leaf to the pumpkin. So if I had the pumpkin painted orange, I put the orange leaf on the pumpkin there, and then I just used a little bit of hot glue, and I did put some E6000 glue to help hold these together, and I just slid them together. So I alternated them, so I did like them like every other one on top of each other, so it wasn't just all in a straight line, as you can see here. And then I just took my little LED wire lights with the batteries in there, put the little battery pack right down inside of the planter, and then shoved the lights down in between, just kind of spacing them out so that it shines through the little openings in the pumpkins in the front. Then I took my little flowers that I cut down, and I just kind of stuffed them in the opening there. I didn't really glue them in or anything. And that's it, you guys. It was so easy. It was a little bit of time consuming just to let it dry, but other than that, it really wasn't hard at all to complete. I hope you guys enjoyed this DIY. I really love the way this turned out. It's one of my favorite projects I've made using items from the Dollar Tree. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. What was your favorite season to decorate for? Mine, of course, is fall. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and here's some other videos you might also enjoy.